Alrighty, what's up? My name is Jake Reynolds and I am making a video today about my recent decision to move to Medellin, Colombia. A decision that I recently made, and when I say moving to Medellin, I don't know if it means that I will be in this city specifically going forward. I think that I might travel around Colombia a little bit more, and I might even travel around South America a little bit more. But the one thing that I knew I wanted to do was when I was in the United States, and this is a video that I made recently, was that I wanted to kind of do something different than what I was doing before. I was living out of a van and traveling around the country, and that was something that I really liked and I found to be a very valuable experience. But I decided that it wasn't really what was best for me at this period of my life. But coming down to Colombia, it's the third time that I've been here so far. I was actually in Colombia at the beginning of this year, but I had left because there was sort of a revolution that started getting kicked off. Kind of gained worldwide attention. That's all to say that this is not a perfect place. None of these places, especially in South America, is a perfect place, but for some reason I keep coming back here. This is part of an overall decision to live just a bit more nomadically, and the reason why I think I'm doing this is just because I want to sort of have a period in my life where I can just sort of do things week by week or month by month. I want to be able to sort of just go by the way I feel in each different place, not buying a return ticket for this date or that date. But yeah, I don't really have a plan for being down here. I know that I'm going to be in Medellin. I don't know how long I'm going to be in Medellin. I think I'm going to be traveling around Colombia a little bit more. I think I'm maybe going to be traveling a little bit more around South America in general. There's so many things and adventures that I know that I can get into, and I know that it's going to be maybe at times a little sketchy. Like I'm going to have to kind of keep an eye on everything because I'm in South America. You know, there's not, in certain places you have to kind of be on guard for yourself. But I think that's also something that I think is very enriching. It's very enriching to kind of be in a situation for a period of time, not perpetually, but for a period of time where you just kind of have to be more aware of everything. And maybe I'll end up in a hard situation. I'm going to avoid that as much as possible, but I feel that life feels bigger. I feel that life feels more meaningful when you're engaging in something that is unknown and difficult, and that's something that I know that I wanted to sort of break away from while being in the United States. The last thing I wanted was a 9-to-5 job. The last thing that I wanted was just to go to school and get in debt. And so for me, I'm just trying to express freedom to the highest caliber that I can. And I know there's so many other people that do it to such an incredible degree that I really admire, but I'm just sort of looking for a way of life where I have optionality, where I can go here, and if I don't like it, well, then I can go here. If I do like it, I can stay however long that I want. And that's a way of life that I think human beings, to a large degree, always wanted to do. I think as human beings, we're nomadic. We're people that we follow the signals in our environment, and that's something that we've gone away from in the modern world, where we're inundated with sensation and noises and lights and notifications and pictures and everything. We have so much information flying at us at all points, through our phones, through cities, through just the way that we're living an overall life. And because we're so inundated with information, I think that sometimes the signal can get lost in that information. Like the signals in our environment that are telling us where we should go. Like, okay, the water's drying up. Okay, the sun's getting too hot. Like the signals in our environment that tell us that we need to move and go to a different place, we're just completely detached from the modern world. And so I think what I'm seeking being down here in South America is a bit more of a traditional way of life, a bit more of a traditional way of living. And not only in the fact that it is very traditional in certain parts of South America, you know, you literally have indigenous people in certain parts of South America, but also just like an overall way of going about life in a way where if there's signals in the environment that are telling me that I need to move to a different place, well, then I follow that signals and I try to determine what those signals are. And I think there's something deeply enriching about that, and I think that is possible even in the modern world to kind of create that. I think it's honestly even possible in the modern world to create a better version of the original nomadic human beings. Maybe not, but I think that with the tools that we have at our disposal, if we're capable of using those tools to synthesize them with a lifestyle that we were meant to do, that could be something that is very beautiful, and it's something that I'm trying to create in my life. And that's something that is a primary motivation for why I'm down here in Colombia and why I've decided to sort of leave the United States for a little bit. For other reasons too, for political reasons, but mostly for the fact that I'm chasing just sort of a different way of life, and it's something that I'm going to be following with this channel. So yeah, we're going to see what happens.